To connect to Sitecore, enter the following URL into the address bar at the top of your page. Below the login, there will be an Options button. Click it. You will be given 3 options for user interface. Choose the desktop. Now log in with your Sitecore account login and password. Don't forget to put McCombs and a / in front of your login name. In order to gain access to Sitecore, please submit a training request via Tech. The Sitecore desktop will now be open. This is very much the same layout as your typical Windows desktop and can be navigated just as easily. In the lower left-hand corner, you will see the Sitecore Startup button. Left-click on this and you will see the list of available menu items. To simplify navigation, let's make a shortcut on the Sitecore desktop. To do this, left-click on the Sitecore Startup button, move your mouse over the Content Editor icon, click and hold the mouse down and drag the icon directly to the desktop. You now have a shortcut to the Content Editor directly on your desktop. Next, double-click on the Content Editor shortcut and we will make a few display changes to make things a little easier. Across the top of the interface is a series of tabs, some of them useful and some of them not. To make things less confusing, let's close out some of these tabs. To close a tab, right-click on the word, for instance, right-click on Versions, and a menu will pop up next to your cursor where you will see a list of the names of the tabs with check marks next to them. Click on the check mark next to Versions. Poof! It has now been removed. You want to turn off all of the tabs except for Home, Review, and Publish. Don't worry if you accidentally close one of these tabs. You can easily open them up by right-clicking on any one of the remaining tabs and just clicking the name of the tab you wish to reopen. Beneath the row of now consolidated tabs, you will see 2 large columns. On the left is the content tree, and on the right is the content loading dock. The content tree is the basic outline of the whole site. You can see folders, and within them, subfolders, and so on and so forth. Each of these folders represents pages and subpages within the site. The content loading dock is where you will be able to create and edit these pages and subpages. To be able to edit within the content loading dock, we need to make 2 slight adjustments to the content tree column. We need to turn on workflow and locks. We'll explain later exactly why this is so important. To turn these on, it's much like when we closed out of tabs just a few seconds ago. Move your mouse to the far left-hand side of the content tree column and right-click. You will see a list of items to turn on or off. Make sure there is a check mark next to locked items and workflow. Now that things are a bit more streamlined, let's move on to the media library to get familiar with its setup. Stay tuned!